Radical.
Welcome to Radical Rapid Fire Cover Response for December 19th to December 25th, 2022. Short comments, quick replies. Tosin Stardom. WWE legal contracts must be hundreds of pages thick, stating, you can't do this, you can't do that. Jesse Ventura walked out on his own accord for not being able to represent himself in other ventures. Well, I can say from two perspectives. Okay, WWE, let's say, for instance, they have you as a character. And it was more prevalent maybe in the 80s and 90s when some people thought wrestling was real. So it would be weird to actually have like a big brooding heel laughing and playing around, maybe on like a sitcom or something like that. So the WWE puts things in there to where like they want to make sure that that can't happen because they have storylines to push. On the other side, it's kind of messed up because, well, you actually take away someone's ability to make money and profit elsewhere in their own ventures. And Ventura had definitely some ventures that he wanted to profit on, I'm sure. So that's why he walked out the WWE. Carla Mo, if you can play Game Pass for free with ads, I would like it. But if I'm paying the subscription or the game and I get stupid ads, I wouldn't like it at all. Yeah, I mean, with ads for free, that would be amazing to be able to play Game Pass. I mean, they could probably do it too. They could probably do it. They're in a position to actually do it. And that would be the death knell for Sony. If they had Game Pass for free and the ability to play all those games for free, you just buy the box, I don't know if Sony could compete unless they want to do something similar to that. Now, maybe there might be ads in the future on Game Pass, and then they could use the argument, well, we're bringing on all these new games, and in the future, we're bringing on freaking Call of Duty for free. So, you're going to have some ads on some games. So, I mean, would that be something, Carla Mo, if you're already paying for it, but then they bring on big franchises like Call of Duty that you don't have to buy? I mean, like a lot of one from the Activision Blizzard, new ones, those properties. It would be a tough pill to swallow if you're already paying. But if they said like, hey, we're going to have to up the price or either do ads, then I don't know. Nacho Man 25, Phoenix Resale is the innovator of buying resealed Yoshi Story for $1,700. Someone called him an innovator, and I was really just kind of shocked. Innovator, like a YouTube innovator. Who thinks that Phoenix Resale is an innovator? I can't see it. I don't see it. Like when you think about YouTube innovators in the gaming sector, I brought them up several times, the Angry Video Game Nerd. Now everyone's doing the angry stuff with video games, but he was truly an innovator back in the day of doing that. So does Phoenix Resale have a following to where he's inspiring other people to resale? Is he an innovator of it? I don't think so. And like you said, what a dumbass for buying a resealed Yoshi Story for $1,700. You would think of all people he would be able to spot a reseal. Dumez. The always at the club woman, by all means, have fun, but do not fall in love, though. Yeah, it's like I say several times. You're looking around, and think to yourself, man, look at all these skanks and skeezes and hoe bags. I gotta choose a wife out of this bunch to raise my future child? The club is a great place to go to meet loose women, women with daddy issues, women with lots of issues, The easier you count the piercings and the tattoos. There's a Radical Rick tip. The easier the woman, the more tattoos, the more piercings generally. The more different colors of hair, yes, something's going on. She's not really happy with herself. She's insecure, I'm not going to get into all that. That's just in my personal experience because, I like looking for loose women at the point. But I might want to find someone to fall in love with. If that happens, I ain't going to the club to fall in love. Maybe I'll, go to church or something. Gunark Ill 420. Do they have some kind of deal where they split the earnings with the owner? Are these high-value games just found in the box along with other crap that was donated and Goodwill is just being greedy and wanting max value? I don't know everything about this, to be honest, because I've never worked at Goodwill. I don't know. There's a couple of people. I think there's one person that said he used to work at a Goodwill. As far as I know, once it's donated, it's just donated. I mean, you're not going to track down the person that donated and give them a piece of the money from the sale of a Pokemon stadium or something like that if you sell it for over $1,000. It would be nice to give that person a kickback, but that's the whole part of donating it to Goodwill. And I feel bad for the kind of person that donates a Pokemon to freaking Goodwill and not understanding that they're going to take those and just put them online, and it's not going to go to a happy home for $5. Maybe a lot of people don't understand when they donate to video games to Goodwill, they're going online for the auction. AJT Comics brand. I've been getting lucky lately on my finds. I found some Silent Hill 2 through 4 guides mint for $4 each at a flea market. I've also started my part-time YouTube videos again. That's cool to hear. I'll try to check the videos out sometime if I get a moment or get some time. $4 for Silent Hill guides? That's pretty freaking amazing. I mean, you look at the price on the guides, what, like $15-20? So $4 is amazing, an amazing deal. Yeah, but there's deals out there like that. There are. And video game books, those kind of books are getting more and more sought after. Haddamton Rose, I would say all sealed games are stupid. The whole purpose of a video game is a toy is to play it. So keeping items sealed never makes sense to me unless you're giving the item as a gift. Yeah, if you're giving it as a gift, then it's great to keep some sealed stuff around. Like, I have a lot of sealed DVDs and sealed stuff of that nature, and there's always somebody around the holidays that you're thinking, well, I don't know them that well, but what's maybe something good, maybe for somebody that you don't really think a lot about, or maybe like an acquaintance? I'm like, sealed DVD. I have lots of those. You just pick what kind of movie you think they would like. And there's a big discussion on whether or not keeping video games sealed is stupid or not. I've actually stated before that they should break all the seals on all the video games. But then, right, I'm a video game seller now. So if I came across a Super Mario Brothers 3 and I broke the seal on it, I don't have any interest in playing that game. I have the ROM of it. I have no interest personally in playing it. I think I would rather sell it for several hundreds of dollars sealed, hell, maybe $1,000 to some moron. And it wouldn't be a reseal. I would make sure and verify it's an actual seal before I sold it, by the way. I wouldn't want wouldn't paying me $1,700 like that idiot Phoenix Resale. Actually, if he came around, Phoenix Resale, I would sell that. I would sell a resale job to him for $1,700 because he's a scumbag. But I'm not getting into that whole argument right now. Not a Radical Rapid Fire. Red Strauss 97. Regarding Legos, here is a flipping idea for you, Rick. Go to the small town Walmarts in your area. Chances are regarding the Lego section, they are being very much ignored. Let's see. You'll find big Lego sets on sale and sometimes with big discounts. You've seen some big sets go as cheap as $40. Well, here's the thing, Red Strauss 97. For some reason, the Legos, I'm getting a couple looks, but I have about over 1,800 pieces of Legos in a tray. And I put $40 on it. And there's a couple Lego men with it. And I try to explain how great of a deal it is, but people don't seem to be interested in Legos. I don't understand it. Maybe if I had the complete set. Maybe, I suppose, yeah. But the key to reselling, Restratus, is the rule of 3. If you can't make 3 times as much, then it's not worth buying because you've got to wait to make that sale. You almost have to go by the rule of 3, which is a rule that I will explain in the future that I go by. Arioka, it's sad to hear people fighting over politics, religion, sports, or video games. None of them are worth fighting for. I think all of us at some point of time is guilty of fighting over maybe one of those 4 things. Video games, sports, religion, or politics. When the fact of the matter is, when it comes to fighting over things, none of those are really worth fighting over because you look at politics and you have both sides, only 2 choices that people fight over, tooth and nail. But there's not a clear choice of a party that's going to be just super amazing. If there were, why does it always seem to bounce back and forth? You know, if there was one clear-cut party that was great in doing the best work for the country, then why does it keep going Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican? Why does it keep bouncing back and forth? You know, it's hard to explain that to somebody if one is like the clear-cut best party that's going to fix everybody's problems. It's not. We need about 9 or 10 parties. We need more of a selection, I would say, in American parties. Religion. Yeah, I don't really want to touch that one, not in Radical Rapid Fire, but to say the least, there are lots of religions out there, and people fight over that. People lose their lives over fighting over religion, you know, the dark ages and things of that nature. Sports, yeah, that's more like a fun thing to kind of fight over. But literally, there are people that get drunk and they have they have slugfest over sports games, which is very, very silly. Even if you're drunk, come on now. You're going to get an actual fight with somebody. Yeah, Boston, brother, woo! New York, no Boston, New York. And then you get in a fight. And in video games, that is the silliest because you have Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo. Sony and Microsoft basically almost carbon copies of each other. They have most of the game systems on the consoles. And there are clear differences, sure, but you're pretty much going to be happy with a PlayStation or an Xbox because they both play a lot of the same games. There are slight differences between the two, but I've seen here people just get so crazy and fighting over these systems in the comment section. And admittedly, sometimes I like to stoke these fires just for entertainment purposes. You know, have you noticed I really kind of go into it versus one or the other when I have my, uploads and whatnot? It's almost like I'm trying to stoke that, but I don't really mean anything by it. You know, yeah. But all the things worth fighting for, we could talk about what's worth fighting for, but Radical Rapid Fire.